Hello, everyone, I'm Chen Yang. This video is to bring you the aesthetic of mass society under the influence of media. Millions of people in Seoul, South Korea, known as the capital of plastic surgery, have a complicated relationship with plastic surgery. About 20% of South Korean women have undergone cosmetic surgery, compared with 5% in the United States. According to the International Society of Aesthetic Plastic Surgery, in purely statistical terms, Brazil led the world in the number of cosmetic procedures performed in 2013, followed by the United States. But South Korea has a highly developed cosmetic surgery industry. 1. Plastic surgery reasons. Editor broadcast. The authors used a questionnaire to investigate the reasons why customers decided to undergo cosmetic surgery. In the end, the main reasons included looking for a job, for a wedding, and rebuilding confidence. Korean plastic surgery, a type of plastic surgery. As early as the early 1960s, plastic surgery began. The development of plastic surgery has been half a century of history. Now used by them is known. By changing people's all aspects of appearance makes people more beautiful, but because of irregular operation of many South Korean hospital, bring a lot of plastic failure, and shrugged off the case. And beauty is a camera handle variant. Autodyne Artifact app, by Beautiful Picture shows team building, specially designed for girls. Love Autodyne tailored, automatic beauty and intelligent beauty, subvert the traditional photo effect, instant automatic beauty, perfect retention of facial details, let photos say no to blurred. In recent years, face culture has become a public discussion of the object. The modern people to the requirement of aesthetic is blossoming, whether young people for the promotion of beauty or the idea of forever maintaining youth, and middle-aged people. The emergence of the cosmetic industry is undoubtedly a piece of joy. The emergence of the South Korean cosmetic industry in the first column is forbidden fruit. Adam and Eve. After this, millions of people jumped into the sea of plastic surgery. Since the emergence of the cosmetic industry, although many second-line stars acting badly, but with successful experience of plastic surgery, can be in the entertainment circle and falling moments stand out. 17 years. China started the cosmetic wind. A lot of stars in the forefront, such as Ada and Zheng Xuan. These stars now also has a huge traffic. It became a sensation in the entertainment industry in China for 17 years at the time. Whether it's celebrity face or internet celebrity face, they are actually a kind of new media face, which serves the public, or lets the public aesthetic. 1. As a symbol of mass aesthetic mechanism. Post. Media face has a distinct expression in China's current popular culture, spawning active media discourse such as little fresh meat, little flower, and cute culture. Post media face and new media face have very different meanings, such as Xiao's Han, Cai Zukan, and other streaming stars. They are little fresh meat metaphorically. The current TV drama art creation generally exists the problem of excessive filter, in the pursuit of cool process to cover the wrinkles of life itself. Their appearance has aroused the fanatical pursuit of young women in China, and even represents their aesthetic appreciation, which has unintentionally changed people's appearance orientation. Since then, many people who have the same attributes as these stars have successfully started their careers after being trained by entertainer cultivation companies. Beauty camera appearance. Like the appearance of cosmetic industry, once again inspired people to the pursuit of beauty. Let people take a layer of these two functions. Mask is to beautify the way people. Photo camera also made it a facelift. Create a false sense of beauty to get to meet people. Cognitive deviation is more and more big. people for his own image in the end. It collides with real life and creates a huge rift. One function after another constantly refresh people's cognition of beauty, whether it is beauty camera or plastic surgery. They constantly introduce new functions to let people accept and use. These functions constantly update and change people's aesthetic. 2. While paying attention to the self-beautification nature of post-media face, we must also see that the manufacturing mechanism jointly constituted by retouching software and plastic surgery has, to some extent, brought the possibility of self-liberation to the once disadvantaged youth culture. These vulnerable groups as the new media face another big main force. They are immersed in it, through and a new feature to change himself, and in social media publicity himself. Photos of beautification and social media praise to their satisfaction and pleasure. This trend has accelerated face new media shape, resulting in the formation of face culture. These producers such as if the camera is cosmetic and skincare to build a face culture atmosphere. So people use these features as the face culture casting. Wave after wave of producers and casting joined the orgy party under the use of the relationship between each other. Aesthetic change constantly changing. And this kind of digital culture constantly strengthened. Inexhaustible. 3. No matter how innovative the media technology is, no matter how changeable the market is, the media itself is only a scientific symbol, a special, controllable and historical material form, and ultimately serves consumers. Only deep insight into consumers can truly dominate the market. Held by the modern producer is known as the public's need to make the technology more mature and agree with the public. But the essence will never change. This kind of material form eventually will always exist in a different way, no matter how to switch form, as long as needed for insight into the public, then it will always exist. And eventually to achieve the objective of the master cosmetic industry appear like a kind of enlightenment, represents a kind of aesthetic origins and laid a solid foundation. All subsequent aesthetic state is a sign of blossoming. Cosmetic industry through the way of operation achieve beautification of the human body. However, such as beauty camera P diagram of software will operation to realize in the screen. So in its essence, they all have the same core, capturing the audience's inner needs. Face the new media in the popular ego and refresh the public aesthetic liberation as well as take the wrong guidance. 4. Youth has never been, have the ability to judge for themselves or age, was popular culture of consumer awareness, filled with violence and other content, not form a right good values, and blindly to imitate. Mass culture study, modern youth or middle-aged youth under the influence of modern aesthetic context, more or less will own aesthetics and deviate from the original. Look more new media face net blush cosmetic face to forget what ordinary people. The aesthetic standard also become far hard to accept. This is a loss of self-ideology, to what mass media like what has become the norm. In such environment of passive audience subjective consciousness, it is difficult to have this kind of phenomenon in height and appearance to get incisively and vividly, regardless of whether they are modern youth campus love or apply in the workplace standards are high, even broad on gender discrimination, affects the employment. A fair face covers 100 wrongs. Some companies that produce skincare products want to recruit operations assistant, human resources specialist, financial director and other positions, which have no special requirements on people's appearance. But although the prospectus doesn't say it, hiring representatives are mentally placing physical appearance as the first factor they consider a candidate, followed by ability to do the job as long as the applicant is physically good. The rise of new media face has a lot to do with the rise of the new media face. Face the Face the future of the new media is no longer a mere technology represents the aesthetic of modern public. Effective transmission and feedback the public consciousness, cause the audience lost, gradually lose their ability to judge. It is in this case, the mass aesthetic be refreshed continuously, how to ask about the value of life, to explore the meaning of life. Only careful and thorough analysis and dissection, critical guidance, and keep a clear consciousness of no longer be imperceptibly conformity. This is what the contemporary audience needs to do.